Florida, this is the nation's music station, Muchmusic, 24 hours a day in stereo.
In England, they call him a voice on a stick. That's because apparently he is a stock Aikman and Waterman puppet. But Rick Astley, apparently, according to our own Laurie Brown, is far from that. Rick Astley, in order to change this bad perception of his public persona, he is actually starting to write a lot more songs and produce his own music, especially on his brand new LP. And when Laurie Brown talked to him, she found him to be very bright, very intelligent, and has a very distinct goal in mind. He said that he started off his career very much like George Michael and hopes that his career progresses very much like George's, in the sense that at the beginning he's starting off as a pop teen idol with a lot of fluff. But just as George Michael has managed to win the critics over and get over that hump, so he hopes to do so in his own career. What else should I tell you about Rick Astley? Oh yes, very funny thing, Laurie Brown says that when he plays live in concert, he does not do his silly dancing. He is much more of a Frank Sinatra for the 90s, that he's got a fabulous voice, and he's only done 5 live gigs in his life, the last 2 of which have been at Wembley Stadium in England. This is Rick Astley for you in the Spotlight on Muchmusic.
they say that your voice doesn't match what you look like. Does that have something to do with this special microphone you're using?
No, it is a very impressive mic, I must say, but I don't think that's the reason, really.
It doesn't make your voice down? Because they always, people are amazed when they hear you sing. They're surprised that you're young and white, to put it bluntly.
Yeah, definitely. No, not really. I mean, there's a number of people, famous sort of acts, who work in the same studio as I do, and I don't really think it's not a case of the technology, even though it is a very sort of... Oh, well, I'll just open the doors on us there. You know. Even though it is a... that was just a bit of an ad-lib, you understand. Even though it is a studio that is based on technology a great deal, I think at the end of the day it's the songwriting and the actual talent of the producers and the artists involved, really, you know. So.
Stay tuned for more Rick Astley right after this.
The Blue Zone from Labatt's. It's out there. The Blue Zone from Labatt's. It's out there, and it's in here.
I think it's quite a dodgy subject to do, is to write songs with particular meanings to them. For instance, what I do at the moment is what I would call pop music. You know, there are no hidden meanings behind any of the songs, and I think that depending on how you feel about it and depending on how far you go with it, you can do that. I'm not saying that you can't put messages across in your songs, but I think sometimes because you are somebody who is in a position where you're influencing people, going back to the younger element again, you're influencing people because they buy your records, they like you, and to an extent people will put pop stars on a pedestal, so therefore if you're going to come across with a message, it may not be the right message, but people are going to listen to it.
When I think of making a plan to let you go, I keep thinking maybe tomorrow I'm gonna let you know. But when I think about leaving, I think about losing the only love I ever knew. Every time I think of you, my heart starts aching, my hands keep shaking, and you know, it would take a strong, strong man to ever let you go, to ever let you go. My heart's been hurting when I see you flirting every night out on the floor. I keep thinking maybe tomorrow you'll grow to love me more. But whenever we're together, I could leave you never, even though you treat me cruel. Every time I look at you, my heart starts aching, my hands keep shaking, and you know, it would take a strong, strong man to ever let you go. I've tried to resist you. When you're gone, all I ever do is miss you. Anyone in love would know. Anyone with half a heart could never let you go. But when I think about leaving, I think about losing the only girl I ever loved. Can't you tell me why? Do you hurt me? I guess some people never see, especially a fool like me. Aching, my hands keep shaking, and you know, it would take a strong, strong man to ever let you go, to ever let you go, I'll never let you go,
More from Rick Astley next on the Blue Spotlight.
What can make a great time truly great? Take a splash of what's hot, a pinch of something wild, and a dash of the unexpected. Then you shake it up. Some people call it the Blue Zone. The Blue Zone from Labatt's. It's out there.
I'll bring my love to you. I'll bring my love to you. I've been stood up, This is it then, lads, yeah, this is the place, yeah. Come here for a minute. Yeah. Tell you, it's great, you'll have a really good time.
Are you really not? Yeah, 3 weeks. Really? Oh, it must be great. Yeah, but well, I don't know what to do about it because it's a secret. Well, it's not.
Thanks. They have a great band in here as well, you know.
Yeah. Give us a song. Come on, Rick. Come on. Yeah. You let us down, man.
But not so many words I've got to tell you what I've heard. She don't want no wild romance. She's with me, she only wants to dance. She wants to dance with me, 'cause I hold her so tight next to me. She wants to dance with me, 'cause I let her be what she wants to be. Now I know I've been out of touch, and I never meant to hurt my baby so much, 'cause I love her, and I think she loves me, and that's the way it's got to be. When we're together, we never fight. We got better things to do tonight. She wants to dance with me, 'cause I hold her so tight next to me. She wants to dance with me, 'cause I let her be what she wants to be. She wants to dance. She wants to
More on the Blue Spotlight. Look for The Who.
Chicago. Now, there's a new time for Kim Clarke's Rock Flash wrap-up every day of the week. Well, not every day, 5 days of the week. And that is 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, okay? That's with Kim Clarke Champniss. He'll be here before Much West. I have got for you a possibility of winning one of 10, count them, 10 Rick Astley CDs, just in case you didn't see it before, of the brand new album. This is it right here. Hold Me in Your Arms, Rick Astley right there. This could be yours, one of 10 copies. If you can answer a skill testing question about the special after you've seen it. Without further ado, we have Abdu? No, I don't know him. Without further ado, we have Rick Astley, The Making of, a Much Music special.
The following is a Much Music special presentation.
These days, the pop music industry is about a lot more than simply writing and performing a great tune. It's about image, timing, fashion, and great management. So we decided to take a look at the making of a pop star. And the pop star we picked was Rick Astley. The last time I went to England, I talked to the people who gave him a record deal, who put him on radio, who put him on TV, and the people who bought the records. This is the making of Rick Astley on Muchmusic.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I've still commitments what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy.
I think he's the classic. I mean, he could have been around in the 50s, 60s, 70s, probably could be around in the 90s as well, because he has that sort of calm, sort of Nat King Cole kind of quality, which I think everyone goes for. And his appeal, obviously, is pretty universal, from grandma to teeny bopper.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
The strange thing is, before Never Gonna Give You Up came out, I think it's fair to say at the record company, we had no way of knowing quite how Rick would be received from an image point of view. We knew we had a great record. We were actually a little bit defensive about the fact that it was a white artist, because we thought the record sounded so powerful and so black that you know, this could be a problem.
He should have been black.
Should have been black. Yeah, it would have been much simpler.
And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
I don't regard the videos that I've made for Rick, for example, as childish or vacuous.
Whenever you need somebody, I'll bring my love to you. You don't have to say you love me, I just want to be with you.
I think really a pop song is the best way of describing what I'm known for at the moment is pop songs. They're not really deep and meaningful lyrics or anything. They're just sort of very catchy, enjoyable sort of sing-along type of things. Obviously I'm not going to be doing that for the rest of my life, and I think even with the second album we've you know, stepped off in other directions and things. But I think as far as pop music goes, and especially dance music, people want to be able to instantly catch on to it, dance to it, sing to it, whatever, hum it, you know, hum the tune or whatever. And I think that really are the main ingredients that have been the reason for my success up to now. I'm really conscious of my image, because at the end of the day I don't particularly believe I have got an image, you know. As I said before, I've been typecast and put into a pigeonhole of being your nice type of pop star, your boy next door or whatever. That's simply because I don't do outrageous things. I have nothing outrageous to say on live TV or anything, you know, because I think there's a time and place for that, and I don't think pop music is it, you know.
My heart starts breaking when I think of making a plan to let you go. I keep thinking maybe tomorrow I'm gonna let you know. But when I think about leaving, I think about losing the only love I ever knew. Every time I think of you, my heart starts aching, my hands keep shaking, and you know, it would take a strong man to ever let you go, to ever let you go.
When the record came out, about a week into its life, it got a huge radio reaction from a couple of stations, particularly one of the stations in London broke the record really very quickly. In the second week he did a very small regional TV in Manchester, which was fixed by his managers, and it gave us an opportunity. We hadn't made a video with him at that point. It gave us an opportunity to see Rick on camera, and we actually thought he came across really well. and got positive reaction from females, and there was nice comment and so on and so forth. And we thought, oh, maybe this boy, you know, boy next door thing works for him. The funny thing about that show, it's forever sort of remembered as the show where, while it was a very low budget local television show, while he was in the middle of the song, there was actually a sort of a few potted plants around this set, and one of them actually moved from left to right behind him while he was in the middle of performing. So those people who saw it forever talk about it as the moving Triffids show. And I think last year there was a Christmas party at the end of his very successful first year as an artist, and Pete Waterman presented him with a moving Triffid award for this, in memory of this particular TV show. But we realised then, and you know, the record happened very quickly. Within a month, the record was #1 in Britain, that first hit. And so suddenly he was getting all the teen magazine reaction, front cover of teen magazines, and so on and so forth. Yes, people were remarking on the fact that, you know, does this guy have charisma? Not necessarily. You know, very much boy next door. In his initial interviews, he was always giving the impression of someone who's a bit bemused by, can this really be happening to me? I believe in reality that is exactly how he was thinking, because in my early meetings with him, you know, he was very shy. He was never liked being pushed out front, sort of quite considered himself a bit of a backroom boy. Well, of course, that's not possible when you're actually an artist. And so I think he very quickly learned that he had to sort of be a bit more assertive, but he still finds it, even to this day, I'm sure, a little unnatural, because he's a fairly modest bloke.
Pop star like Rick Astley, and someone who obviously image plays an important part, how much do you have to be aware of that? How much are you getting direction from his management company, or how much do you have to come up with something that will fit the image that they're looking for? Is there a Bible on Rick Astley about what he will do, what he won't do?
Well, I think to a degree there was initially, in that Rick didn't want to necessarily be involved with any acting situations, and also that they wanted to see him perform, really, and sing the song, which is what we've stuck to. I mean, we went to Sweden and we did one there, which was a Christmas single, and that was just Rick by himself singing the song in snow. But there isn't really a Bible anymore.
In a restless world like this is, love is ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely
Mac McNeil, a quarter pounder with cheese, filet of fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, with chicken and McNuggets, tasty golden french fries, regular and larger size, and salad, shepherd garden, nor chicken salad, oriental, have a breakfast, egg muffin, hot cake and sausage, maybe omelette, McMuffins, all 3 kinds of Danish, Eichmann's 2 and 4 dessert, hot apple pies, Sunday favorite, soft serve, cold 3 kinds of shakes, and chocolate chip cookies, and to drink a Coca-Cola, Diet Coke and orange drink, spread a coffee and a chocolate, also apple, orange, and grapefruit juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, heaven, get this all in one place.
Would you like that to go?
The next time you're getting a group of good friends together for your school or community dance, why not turn it into a special event by hiring the Much Music Video Dance Party, presented by Coca-Cola Classic. Just give us a call and we'll do the rest.
Much Music Video Dance Party.
We'll send a truck over right away.
We have a video dance emergency. Yes, you two guys, get moving.
We're mobile and have everything you need for a great time, including state-of-the-art concert lighting, stereo sound, plus all your favorite music videos shown live on the giant VideoMax wide screen by our dance party VJ. We'll even provide you with posters, tickets, and prizes. Experience the leading-edge sights and sounds of the Much Music Video Dance Party, presented by your local bottler of Coca-Cola Classic. Just give us a call. You can't beat the feeling. All this week on Rock Flash, Much Music's globe-trotting Denise Donlin explores the land of Oz.
That's it. She's doing great.
With a little help.
You'll have to switch up in no time.
How heavy this is.
2 small chopped candies.
From the folks who know Australia best.
Typical Aussie bloody muscle there, yeah.
The local musicians.
We make good music down here because we're slightly removed from the pressures of the marketplace.
The Australian Report, all this week on Rock Flash, now at a new time.
I would say that the image development of Rick Astley has almost played on the things that people saw as weaknesses. In his live performances, which he's just started, as you know, in London, there's a number of changes of suit and of outfit, and sort of he plays to the audience in a fairly self-deprecating way of, what do you think of the new what do you think of this one? And makes reference to his trousers not being terribly fashionable in throwaway by changing lyrics in songs. And I think genuinely responds to the fact that people think he's Joe Normal, and makes that work for him somehow or other.
Does that help when you're a pop artist? I mean, a successful pop artist appeals to like an amazingly broad audience. Does being perhaps the slightest bit banal help in that way, in that you're taking off any kind of offensive edges that this grandma here might not like, or this kid might not like?
Well, there might be that effect, yes. I mean, I think when in Britain he had a big record last year with a cover of When I Fall in Love. There's a tradition in Britain of middle-of-the-road AC kind of records being hits in the run-up to Christmas, and all sorts of artists do it, who perhaps at other times of the year wouldn't have a record that soft out. But clearly that record was aimed at a very wide audience and saying, oh, you know, hasn't he got a nice voice? And, you know, it is very much a sort of calculated move to get reaction and get sales from an audience as broad as pre-teens to retired people.
She wants to dance with me.
Don't have an image. And that probably helps in some strange way, doesn't it? For being like a mass success, you've got no sort of weird edges.
I know what you're saying, yeah, because for instance, we've had quite a few sort of for instance, families, mums and dads even, just coming on their own. In fact, we've even had sort of older women just coming to see the shows on their own, not even bringing the kids, you know, not having the excuse of bringing the kids as well. We've had quite a wide range. I mean, I think most of us were expecting it just to be younger kids, teenagers and what have you, but it has been quite a wide audience, you know, so I think as I say, the image thing is, I don't particularly have one, it's just a case of I sing pop songs, you know, simple as that.
When I look at someone like Rick Astley, I think of him as the perfect pop star for the late 80s. Would you agree with that? How do you think he fits in the scheme of things?
He's certainly part of that. And why does he fit into that? Well, first of all, let's be fair to Rick. He has got a great voice. It is quite an extraordinary voice. It's such a big voice, an unusually big voice for such a young artist. So he has that going for him. He also has, then you get into the areas of perhaps the people behind the scenes. He has been skillfully dressed. Perhaps I'm being unfair on Rick. Does Rick pick his own clothes? Perhaps that's a question to ask Rick. But he's been skillfully dressed. He looks good. He looks good on the front of Smash Hits, one of the biggest selling teen magazines in this country. It sells over 800,000 copies every fortnight. A very significant figure for a magazine. He also has has had a very skillful production team behind him, particularly from Stock, Aitken and Waterman, who have created a particular sound and have created vehicles that suit his particular voice, and has also had a very successful songwriting team behind him. So all those things go for him as a pop artist. But then you get into the other questions, you know, what else is there? You know, has he a message? Is it art? What is art? Is art challenging? Perhaps this is a definition of art. Challenging, provoking, disturbing, an expression of self? Does Rick Astley pass those tests, one must ask oneself?
Or does pop pass those tests?
Quite. And the answer must be no, and I think it's fair to say no, and that is not a put down on pop, because I don't think pop is there to do that.
Now where the industry can make stars out of Stock, Aitken and Waterman as a production and writing team. It makes me think that the real boost for the talent of people like Rick Astley is really in that end of things. I mean, what is their reputation, and is it deserved?
Well, I think it's well deserved, because I think they've brought a whole new, fresh feel to pop music. I mean, you know, we knock the Kylie Minogues and the Jason Donovans of this world, but I mean, they're fun to listen to, and they're fun to watch, and they're not offensive, and they're not bland even. They're sort of there to be sent up in a way, and I think that's what Stock, Aitken and Waterman have done. They've got this stable of people who are, some of whom are very clever. Hazel Dean is someone that I think is particularly good. They've just signed her. And she's a great quality singer. But they also take the Kylies and the Jasons, and they set themselves up, SAW, to be knocked down, for the industry to say, oh, well, actually, Kylie Minogue is really Rick Astley speeded up, you know, or the reverse, which people do say, and it's absolute rubbish, of course. No, I think that they are the sort of, what are they? They're the sort of the sorcerers of pop music at the moment, and they're waving a wand and making it all happen.
I wonder if they're the ones with the sense of humor and see what it is about that people will want to send up about Rick and about Samantha Fox, and they're playing on that. Do you think
they're doing that, and they're laughing all the way to the bank as well, and good luck to them.
When you work with producers who are very well known, I think after a while it becomes a bit of a burden, because everybody, I mean, for instance, I've been called a puppet of Stock, Aitken, Waterman, which I can totally understand, and I can understand why. I just think it's a little unfair, and I think that if people would take the time or the bother to listen to the albums, maybe not the first one as much as the second, because I only did 4 songs for the first one. But on the second one, for instance, the first single, She Wants to Dance With Me, is one of my own songs. And the third song's going to be as well. And so I think I am getting away from the stock Aitken Waterman puppet thing and everything. But I think it will, in certain people's eyes, it will always be there.
I'll bring my love to you. I've been stood up, messed around, and taken for a fool. But next time round, I'm gonna change the rules. And I don't care about the things that people say. It's you I think about each and every day. It's much too late for you to change your ways. I can't keep holding on, expecting you to stay. When you're all alone and if you're feeling down, call me, I'll be around. Whenever you need somebody, I'll bring my love to you. You don't have to say you love me, I just wanna be with you.
The first job we did with Rick came from the record company, and Rick wasn't really, he'd already had a #1, and we didn't do that video. But for reasons best known to themselves, I don't really know why, basically they asked us to do it. So we came up with the idea and did it. We met Rick briefly. But since then we've done 4 videos with him. And it's just been a developing situation. But initially, we were chosen by the record company to work with Rick, and it's just grown from there, really.
What was this first idea that you came up with for the first video?
Well,
it was beginning with the summer, beginning of the winter. Everybody was getting a bit down in Britain, so we thought
it's cold
some
here.
sunshine would do well. So we went to the Canary Islands, where it was really the only place that was still hot in Europe and affordable on the budget. We couldn't take Rick because he wasn't available. The guy gets about 1 day a year off. So we took a young lady, a model, shot sort of a narrative out there with her. And then we came back and did Rick in a recording studio here and tied the 2 in.
Right now, you can save $900 on a Nissan Sentra. It's got more interior space than a Toyota Corolla, and now with 29% more power, it's a lot tougher than last year. See your participating Nissan dealer now. For $11,589, you can bulk up a hard-body king cab with all these options. And we'll throw in this attractive carrying case for nothing. For $900 worth of options at no extra cost, see your nearest Nissan dealer now.
We're all set up with our vacation slides. Lights out.
And now for a really big shoe.
You knock it out. Here's Peanut taking a dip in the milk chocolate pool.
I was roasting.
Here's Eric the Red.
And Peanut the Green. And this, folks, is Milk Chocolate Falls.
Looks delicious.
Wow, surf's up.
Great beach.
Look at the color.
Great shell.
Hey, that's us.
And that's our Milk Chocolate Trip.
Starring M&M's in plain.
And Peanut.
Some have let life get complicated. Others will never let life get that way. GWG.
Coming to a TV near you, Canada's only national video survey. See your favorites every Friday. Muchmusic is your soul music source for the nation. Saturday with Soul in the City. And it's a whole week of Much music compressed into an hour of the very best on the best of Much. Whatever your taste, we've got the flavor. Each day of the week, there's a different specialty show just for you on Much Music.
Well, this transition, I mean, going from being a pop star on vinyl and being one live, how different is that for you? How much work has it been to try and to make that translates well on record?
Yeah,
work live?
well, obviously it's a totally different thing, but it's also, I think it's more enjoyable for me, even though I've only done a few dates up tonight, it's more enjoyable to actually go out and play live. Obviously, I'm still very nervous about it, and there's things that we've got to get right in the show, little, you know, mistakes that obviously everybody makes every night. But I think really from the actual recording side of it, I think it's gone very well from actually taking it from the vinyl to getting a band together to rehearsing and everything. I think we are capturing the sound quite well, but also giving it a live sort of ambience as well. So I'm really, really pleased basically with how it's all sounding and going.
It must be kind of nice to get that immediate reaction from the audience too, because you don't get that when you get played on the radio.
Yeah, there is that, I think when you do a number of TVs, you know, all the time in different countries and everything, you become sort of totally unaware to the fact that there are real people out there who actually want to go to a real concert and everything. You fall into the trap of just doing TV after TV, and it's all the same. It's all, you know, what it looks like on TV as opposed to you performing. You're just miming, basically, you know. So I think to actually get out in front of a real audience has done me a lot of good as well.
I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
As time goes on now, more and more, and since you get a relationship with an artist and a record company or a management, in Rick's case, you know, it's like we're on good terms with the record company and management and Rick. And you know, Rick was here 3 hours ago, and we were thrashing it out. You know, this is what I want, and you know, he's grown in stature as a performer and a person. I mean, the last couple of years, and he knows what he wants, but he trusts Pete enough to say, okay, this is what I want. You interpret it and come back to me, and then he trusts him enough to sort of stand there and do exactly what he's told on the day, because he just gets annoyed with people who promise they're going to do something and then don't deliver it, or deliver something completely different. So I think he feels good in the working relationship that he's got with us. So I hope.
She wants to dance with me, 'cause I hold her so tight next to me. She wants to dance with me, 'cause I let her be what she wants to be. She wants to dance with me, 'cause I hold her so tight next to me. She wants to dance with me, 'cause I let her be what she wants to be.
There are very few people, for instance, who've been really sort of pop and have crossed over into being credible, if that's what you're saying. I mean, George Michael is in the process of doing that. Well, in fact, he has done it. I shouldn't say in the process.
Phil Collins is another.
Well, I disagree with the Phil Collins, because he came from Genesis. He was the drummer, which is probably one of the most credible bands that's ever walked the face of the earth and all that. And yet now he's gone the other way, and he's doing whatever he wants to, and good luck to him. But I mean, he's doing pop sort of stuff. But it also, on his albums and things, he ventures into other, you know, all different kinds of music. And I think, but he's also still retained that musician sort of tag as well, because he is a writer, producer, everything really. So, but I think it is very hard to try and cross over from being, as I say, pop to being credible. And it can't be done in a week. And I don't think, if you try and do it, I think sometimes it does come across as being contrived, and it just doesn't work. So I'm not particularly going to go out and strive to be credible. I'm just going to make the music that I want to. And if it turns out that I suddenly become credible because whatever, over a number of years of playing live and things and releasing different singles and showing different lights to what I actually do, that I do become credible, then fine. But I'm not going to go out and try and break doors down to be credible, you know. So
you take someone like Cliff Richard, who began the same way, and he's still going now, all these years later, 30 years later. Yeah, I mean, he was fashioned to be the clean-cut boy next door, but he's developed his own career over the years and become an actor and become various things. And I think that's what most of our pop stars now, I mean, people like Carol Decker from Tupac has an amazing brain. Now, there's no way you're going to fool that lady into just, you know, being pretty and strut around the stage. She knows what she wants and she gets it. And that's becoming very much the norm now. I think that the artist is more and more calling the tune as far as their overall career is concerned.
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love.
Where's he going to end up?
He's Frank Sinatra, probably. You know, I mean, you've got the guy's 22 years old, and he's got a lot of talent, and well, you know, who knows how long he's going to go on for. I can't see it ever stopping, really. Cause,
No.
I mean, maybe in 10 years' time, he's going to be the most acceptable person, you know, singer worldwide.
Proud to present you with 4 times platinum for your debut album.
Thank you. No,
It's all yours, sir.
Thank you.
The music with it.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Canada. Cheers.
You got to tell me we're going to see them soon, haven't you?
Well, there is that, yeah. Well, we will be over there at the end of summertime, I think. We'll be doing some live dates over there.
Great.
Hope to see you all then.
We've been trying for a long time to say what we want to say, but feelings don't come easy to express in a simple way. But we all have feelings, we all need loving, and who would be the fool to say that if you hold me in your arms, I won't feel better. If you hold me in your arms, we can brave this storm together. We both know there's a problem that we've got to face. So put your trust in me, lover. No one's ever gonna take your place. 'Cause we all have a problem, we all have fears, but there's always got to be a way. Yes, we all have feelings, we all need loving, and you would be a fool to say that if you hold me in your arms, I won't feel better.
To be or not to be Rick Astley, that is the question. That was The Making of Rick Astley, our special, hosted by Lori Brown. We thank her very much. Produced by Simon Evans. Now, before we get on to news here, you have a chance and an opportunity, equal opportunity, to win one of 10 CDs of Hold Me in Your Arms. If you'd like to win one, here is the address, and then I will give you the skill testing question while you're writing down the address. The skill testing question is, Rick Astley says that he is the puppet of his producers, or some people think that he's the puppet of his producers. Who are his producers? And I'll give you okay, I'll tell you, there's more than one, okay? So name the producers and send off as many entries as you wish to the address that just appeared on your screen like magic, because it won't appear again. It won't appear again. Sure it will. There it is, the magic of TV, The Making of Rick Astley, care of Much Music, 299 Queen Street, West Toronto, Ontario, M5V2Z5. We have a brand new time for a Rock Flash, and it is now. Kim Clarke Champniss.
Good evening, I'm Kim Clarke Champniss. The Salman Rushdie affair shows that we are living in very religious sensitive times, and the backlash to the new Madonna video is another illustration of this. In Italy, the brand new video for Madonna featuring the song Like a Prayer has been branded blasphemous by some religious leaders, saying it attacks the Catholic faith. And to avoid a confrontation in that country, Warner Brothers have put that video clip on ice for now. Meanwhile, the scandal has spilled over to the United States of America. As you must know, Madonna has recently signed a $5 million deal with Pepsi-Cola to endorse their product, and in the advertisements, they utilized the song Like a Prayer, but not the visuals from the video clip. And in an unconfirmed report, we hear that Pepsi executives did not, in fact, screen that video before they did the deal with Madonna. Here's what they did see when they finally got to see the video Like a Prayer when it was aired last week. The offending scenes include a scantily dressed Madonna caressing an individual that appears to be Jesus Christ, also a close-up of her hands bearing stigmata, or wounds resembling those Jesus Christ received at the crucifixion. Also, Madonna is seen dancing with a gospel choir, kissing the naked feet of a statue in a church sanctuary, and singing in a field of burning crosses. While the scandal continues in Italy, in the United States of America, Pepsi-Cola executives have decided to pull all their Madonna advertisements from all the TV stations that are airing the Madonna rock video Like a Prayer. On to less controversial things, the pop charts internationally. In the United States of America, the 18-year-old singing whiz Debbie Gibson reigns supreme. For the second week in a row, Lost in Your Eyes is the #1 single, according to Billboard magazine, and the new #1 album is Debbie Gibson's Electric Youth.
I get lost in your eyes, and I feel my spirits rise.
Still a lot of people, you know, call my music kind of teeny bopper music, but I think that this album, you know, shows another side of me. It still keeps the fun elements in it also, I think, shows a more mature side, and I feel like I've gotten a lot stronger vocally this year, so I think that in that sense also I would be taken more seriously.
Meanwhile, here at home, according to the Record magazine, there's no change in the top records. #1 single is Rick Astley, She Wants to Dance With Me. #1 album, Traveling Wilburys, Volume 1.
I'm lonely, well I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. when I'm dreaming. Yes, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you.
Down under in Australia, this is the #1 song. It's I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles by the Scottish band The Proclaimers. This past weekend, they dropped by the Muchmusic studios.
So many of the young bands that come out of the UK and have a huge hit tend to be gone a year or two later. Do you think the Proclaimers can endure?
Yeah, definitely. We always set out to do this for the long term, and the idea was to build some sort of an audience in Britain to a reasonable level, and then concentrate on North America, and that's what we'll be doing from now on. It takes a while to build up anything in Britain, and you can lose it quickly in Britain as well because the fashions change quicker. But I think the idea was to build gradually. We're in this for long term. We don't want to sort of stop and then go and be a newspaper reporter or open a pub or something. We just wanted to do this and improve it.
And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles and fall down at your door.
Is that right? Just rounding out the International Pop Survey, the #1 single in the United Kingdom right now is Simple Minds with their EP, Belfast Child. Besides the cut, Belfast Child, there is also Mandela Day and Biko. It went to the top spot after only 2 weeks, and Virgin Records have decided to release that as a 7-inch single, less the Biko track. This Sunday, it's the Juno Awards, and the band will be inducted into the Canadian Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And there's been some tragic news for one of the band members this past weekend. Rick Danko, his 18-year-old son, Eli, died from a drinking binge that happened last Thursday at a dormitory at the University of New York. He choked on his own vomit. All this week, on the Rock Flash Recap, we are highlighting Australian bands. And this is the first of our reports. Recently, our ace reporter Denise Donlan was down under, and here she is with Crowded House.
Ooh, shame about this weather. How you doing, Kim? Now, I know you're not guilty of this, having close personal relatives who live in Melbourne, Australia, but to many people, their vision of what Australia is all about has to do with koala bears and kangaroos, a lot of beer, and a lot of blonde tanned units with surfboards running around. Well, today's Australia is decidedly multicultural, and the members of Crowded House wanted to show us just that.
Hey girls, this is Victoria. Just say hello to Canada.
Hello, how are you, Canada?
Hello,
nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Everybody thinks that Australia is blonde-haired people with suntans, and it's not.
No.
Yeah, nice.
The government actually had a white Australia policy, and I think, which was only removed when, in the 60s? 69. 40, 50 years ago, they were still rounding up Aboriginal people in posses and shooting them and stuff, massacres. I mean, Australia's great, and they all sort of see it as great natural resources and beaches and all that side of it, but underneath the steaming racism sort of
undercurrent.
Yeah, it's very,
But then the great thing about the Aboriginal people is that very few of them anyway, despite everything that's happened, are militantly bitter about it. There are pockets of it, but most of them just want to have a decent go.
As you can see, in Australia, the small business industries, the small shop industries are thriving. People on the roads everywhere. You can see people running around. Oh, watch out! Oh, there you go.
Hearketh, Mr. Whippy speaketh unto me. Let's go and eat ice cream.
Speaketh celebrityeth. Hello? 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 What are you buying today?
Okay, kids, let's go to Wally World.
Typical Australian hairdressers. Can we have a look at your Barbie to see what you're cooking? Okay. Coming over here. Well, tell us, what are you cooking? Explain to the people of Canada about the typical Australian Barbie. Sing this song to Canada so you can be on the video, the latest video. And I know I'm right for the first time in my life. In the microphone.
microphone.
That's why I tell you, you better be home soon.
They're not there, that blonde Aussie sort of look.
Well, I think that's rubbish. You go up to Queensland, you'll see it everywhere. And I think that the stereotype is likely to become stronger and stronger, actually, because people are constantly being reinforced by it. And they're hanging on. There's a tendency amongst people in an isolated country to grab onto whatever it is that makes them different. And if that happens to be a loud kind of raucous, good on ya mate kind of attitude, then they'll grab onto it. And I think it'll become more and more prevalent.
Now, you haven't finished promoting Temple of Low Man.
No, we took a break, big mid-promotion break. Which is basically, you know, in this business is purported to be as good to suicide as you can get, not to be out there promoting your record. But we were in need of a break because we weren't playing very well. That's the truth, bare bones of it. And so we postponed what was to be an extensive Canadian and American tour. Was to happen shortly, well, early last year, no, late last year, to now, really.
You opened up your door. I couldn't believe my luck. You in your new blue dress, taking away my breath.
Look at that man taking that dead baby for a ride.
Oh, his head's all flopped over.
Oh, look. They're funny, aren't they, Australians? Funny.
Extremely funny. We're going to have hunters and collectors tomorrow on our Australian Spotlight. But one more final news item, and this comes from Moscow. Today in Moscow, there was a special press conference to announce the release of the Breakthrough album. It's a double album put together by the Greenpeace organization. Hundreds of pop fans gathered to hear the likes of Annie Lennox, Peter Gabriel, and The Edge talk about this particular record. All the profits will go to various environmental groups, and not only are those artists featured on the album, but also Sting and Bryan Adams. Well, they are going to be selling this album for about 11 rubles, which is $19, and they've done an initial run of 1 million, and they expect to sell about 5 million copies of Breakthrough. That is the Rock Flash Report for now. We're going to have more music for you right after these messages.
When always women look for protection, they can see that many maxis can stay wet on top. But Always and Always Plus are the only ones with dry weave. A patented silky covering with specially designed pores that help keep the surface cleaner and drier. Always the only maxis with dry weave for the cleanest, driest protection.
Then what'd she do?
She kissed me.
No.
Uh-huh.
2 cold ones. I knew a girl like that once.
You did?
We're playing this game called Spin the Bottle. And when it stopped, you were pointing right at me.
Then what?
She kissed me.
So what'd you do?
I married her.
Coca-Cola Classic. Does Grandma know?
She's a little suspicious. How old was that girl?
Very old. 8.
This Saturday, Muchmusic's taking you on a trip to paradise to join some of the world's top performers. From Ibiza, Spain, counting down to the '92 Olympic Games. It's an all-star concert you won't want to miss. Saturday on The Big Ticket.
Muchmusic is co-presenting Muchmusic is co-presenting a brand new movie done by the director of West Side Story and Sound of Music, Robert Wise. To win tickets to the premiere, watch the Coca-Cola Countdown on Friday. We're also giving away 10, count them, 10 Festivas. Festivas are cars, these little cars. See that little car right there? Well, keep watching for that little Festiva to drive across any video. Now, what you have to do is you have to write down the name of the video and the date you saw it, and send your answer along with all your vital statistics to Find the Festiva, courtesy of Muchmusic. That's 10 of these little cars. Where is it? Where is it? Is that little thing going again? There it is. Find the Festiva. Make it run across now. Find the Festiva, care of Muchmusic, 299 Queen Street West, Toronto, Ontario, M5V2Z5. You take good care. I'm out of here for a little bit, and we got Candi coming up right now. She's nominated for an R&B Juno. Good luck. Cheers.
Right now, you can get up to $250 back towards the cost of bike insurance and a rider training program when you buy a new Yamaha. But as any experienced rider will tell you, that's not all you can get. Right now, your Yamaha dealer has an incredible insurance rebate program good for up to $200. But the really good thing is that it comes with something no other dealer can offer. A new Yamaha.
Guess who's in town a little early this year with his cream eggs from Cadbury? They've got a shell of thick Cadbury's milk chocolate. and a sweet, creamy yellow yolk surrounded by delicious white filling. They're here now, along with Cadbury's milk chocolate-filled mini eggs. We suggest you pick some up soon, because when Easter's gone, so are the eggs.
And now, Muchmusic takes you on a satellite flight across the nation to the home of some of the country's best rock and roll. From Vancouver, Muchmusic presents Muchmusic West with Terry David Mulligan.
It's another Monday here in Paradise. This is Much West on the nation's music station, Muchmusic. And it'd be Monday, March 6th. This is Juno week, of course, heading for the Junos in, is it Toronto? Is that where we go?
I think so, yes.
Good. Not Halifax. We want to thank, actually, you like the new look of rock news with Kim Clarke Champniss, 7 o'clock time slot, Eastern, of course, and Denise Donlan for all of the work she did on the Aussie special. Way to go, Denise. Kicking off this week, leading to the Junos on Sunday, we have interviews with Hothouse Flowers. Melissa Etheridge helps us celebrate International Women's Day on Wednesday. Thursday, it's going to be Stephen Stills, and Friday, live from Toronto. It'll be a sort of a Juno primer with a number of interviews. We have today for you Sam Brown, Spinal Tap, Corey Hart, and in 4 minutes, an interview with one of the funniest and best new groups I've seen in a long time. Well, not even new. Was Not Was from San Francisco. But first, last year's Group of the Year at the Junos, Tom Cochrane and Red Rider. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
So good, forget about the tune that's playing, and Joe